Welcome one, welcome all to Hearts of Iron 4. Finally, we can do a proper session on this game. As you can see, I played this game before, but I wanted to show you guys a little bit of what this game is all about. If you guys don't know anything about the Hearts of Iron series, it is set in World War II Europe and basically all around the world. But mainly, Europe's the more important part of the whole ordeal. I'm going to play as the German Reich here in 1936. I'm going to show you guys a little bit of the ropes. We're going to have Iron Mode turn off. I'm going to bump it up to regular, not Recruit anymore. I've been on Recruit for a while, but I think it's time to go on regular. We're going to do historical AI focuses. That is how we're going to start this game off properly. Loading them graphics. Usually loads faster than this, but I think it's because I'm recording that it's taking a little bit longer than usual. Alright, now we are in the thick of things. So this is Hearts of Iron 4, of course the fourth installment of the popular Paradox interactive series Hearts of Iron, set in World War II. What we are going to do, though, is we are going to change history. We are going to make Hitler and his beautiful Third Reich, we're going to make them win the war. Even though we're probably not going to attack the Soviet Union. We're probably going to, at least going to wait to attack the Soviet Union. We're going to try to keep Japan from attacking the United States, because that'll just be absolutely god-awful if we have to deal with them because of all of the naval invasions that's going to happen. But we have a long time from that because it's only 1936. We got a lot longer of time. We are going to make a new general out of Gunther von Klug. He's a skill level 3, which gives an attack bonus of 15% and a defense bonus of 15%. Also, if your troops are trenched in, they get a defense bonus as well, which really helps out. We're going to set our parameters. We're not going to have many units, but we are going to have our borders secure. We have to keep those good and proper. We're going to make, I'm not even going to try to say that name. I know I'm going to butcher it if I try. And then we're going to make a new general. Of course, it's going to be Erwin Rommel, because he's one of the best generals in the that was in the German army. So we're going to try to see what we do with them. We're already in insignificant resources, which is weird. We're needing 13 oil and 5 rubber to start. That's not cool. We're going to start off by doing the Rhineland. What this is going to do, for those of you who do not know, if you see this red outlined area, the Rhineland was a demilitarized zone after World War I, but what we're going to do with this beautiful thing is we're going to make it to where we can drop this and put units back in there, which is going to be amazing. What I'm going to do real quick, though, is turn down the music, because I feel as though it's a little loud, and it could be. Just so you guys can hear me. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to start by building some civilian factories. You always want to start because you need to have your civilian factories up as much as possible. If you don't, you really can't produce to the max efficiency that you want. You're going to just want to start by building a good amount, but not a lot, so that way your civilian factories don't get too overwhelmed. But you're going to want to build some, so that way later on you can convert them to military factories and have a ton to build your stuff with. For right now, I'm going to max out my guns, because we're going to want to continue building our guns. We're going to get a few more into our fighters, a few more into our close air support, and then we're also going to want to make sure that our navy is at infinite building, because if you do that, then you don't have to worry about your navy being built, and then you can just come in here and switch off to new units, so that way you never really have to deal with it until you get an upgrade. Okay, I'm going to want to build a few more panzers. We'll drop off 2 more into each plane, 1 more into the panzer, couple more into support equipment, and then so once we have 2 more, we'll throw them over into artillery. so that we can start building some more of those. We need a lot of oil. Thank God for the United States having our back with oil. At least for right now. They're not going to have our back come later. I'm going to get my rubber from Siam. And then we don't have any units of basic training. Not yet. The first thing you're going to want to do is focus on these two tabs. Engineering and industry. If you do that, you're going to have a lot of fun later on when you don't have to worry about building things for an extremely long period of time. So, electronic mechanical engineering is also one of the ones you're going to want to start. Naval dockyards. Since we're Germany, we really want to focus on subs. Let's get time rolling. What do we need? Oil, 1, of course. Yes, okay. No units in basic training, so let's start training up some infantry. As Germany, I usually do 5 at a time. Son of a bitch, I always do that. Just like that. SS divisions, because we're going to want those. Put them over here. And then tanks. It's 4, 5, there we go. Put them over here. Son of a... God dang it, every time. I always click the the airports instead of anything else. I am running a few mods, by the way. There's like strategic view. There's another one where it changes the unit types. So I am running a few mods. This isn't like the base game, but it's pretty close. I want to start our offensive plan against Poland. Just so they'll have an extremely high modifier by the time war starts, which is going to be amazing. Tea, can't live without it. But once we get this demilitarized zone, these troops are going to be able to spread out, unless they start off by saying, fuck you, war, which means, great, I'm going to have to war them in 1936, which really isn't going to... I mean, it's not going to make too much of a fuss, but it's going to be like, really? You're going to war me now over something like that? Okay. So now we're going to be building troops, we're going to be doing everything. The next thing that I usually do, because it's really, really cool, I'm going to boost fascist popularity over in the United States. Because if you can get them to turn fascist by 1940, and it's awesome. The next thing I'm going to want to do, because you constantly have to be doing something in this game in order to really feel like you're doing a good job. What do I want? What do I want? Let's boost in the Soviet Union too, so by the time we attack them, they'll have a coup. That's a smart idea. British India, we don't want anything to do with them. Japan will. When they take over China, hopefully, they'll be able to attack the Raj to start the war on our side, because I'm not going to call them in until they win. Not even if they want to, because I want them to win China first. I want Japan to be my best ally, because if they lose, then I have to have Italy. But if they don't, then great. We're just going to boost time. We're just going to go. We're just going to chug through. Current deploy. Usually your infantry is going to come out first. Usually. Then it should be like your trucks or your tanks. Really, these guys take the longest time. Your infantry is the ones that just, they chug out there. Always watch your manpower, though. If you have too much manpower, that's good. But if you have too little, that's very, very bad. Because then you can't train the units that you want. If you look over here, though, the reason that we can't really just mow right through France is because they have this thing that they built after World War I. It's called the Maginot Line. It's a land fort, kind of like fortress around this little area that, since it's a 10 out of 10 fort, because that's how big the Maginot Line was, the Maginot Line was huge. I mean, it was just to the point where nobody could get through. So a 10 out of 10 fort size, it has a negative 15% for attacking that fort for every fort. So that's a huge amount of attacking. So that's a lot. That's over 100% attacking. Jesus Christ. So we can't really just push right through the Maginot Line and expect to do anything. Now, if there's no men in there, then we can do it. But if there's a troop, even one troop in there, we're not going to be able to get through. We're just not going to be able to do it. So that's why Hitler went through both the Netherlands and Belgium to get to Paris. What I usually do is I chug through a year and then I stop the recording session, just see how it went, if there's anything I gotta fix in it. So usually I chug through a year for each one. So let's go. Moscow is going to be a big, big target. The really big reason I need Japan to win is because there's a good little city over here that's Russian controlled. That's a 15-pointer for victory points. Victory points is how you win. If you take victory points, good, they didn't attack me. If you take victory points, then that goes towards the percentage of capitulation. If you get to 100%, they fall, and you win the war. But if you don't, it's gonna be a bitch to try to get through the Soviet Union. I had to march through past these mountains into, I think it was this city, in order to win the Soviet Union, because Japan was really, really bad that game, so they were never able to take this city, which is a 15-pointer. If Japan can take this city, then taking the Soviet Union is no problem. Like, I've taken Stalingrad, I've taken all of these areas, Moscow, I took Leningrad as well, I took everything. Didn't matter. They were at 99%, I think it was, before they fell apart. It was really, really bad. Usually the first thing I do is a silent workhorse so I can get some political power, because using all that political power to boost ideologies is really not okay. See if it's already doing something over here in America. 6%. Ooh, that's gonna be fun. How's it over here in the Soviet Union? 5. That's good. So the Soviets might actually change. I don't know, but they could. I'm gonna try to. I'm not gonna boost it in the UK. It's not gonna make a difference. We're still gonna be most likely at war if that happens, because I'm still gonna attack the French. Who else can I really boost it in then? Romania. Of course I can boost it in Romania. Mechanical engineering has been completed. So what I'm going to want, soon enough I'm going to be able to get Panzer IIIs, and then hopefully Panzer IVs. I've had Panzer IVs at 1940, which if you look, they're not supposed to be there till 1941. And I had all of these by 1940. Amazing. Really helped out. What do I want? Really, everything that I need to do is already done. Let's work on mechanical computing. Might as well. Ooh, geez, that was quick. Let's get war industrialist, because it makes military factory construction speed up 10%, dockyards up 10%. So when you're building them via civilian factories, helps out a lot. Oh, good. I'm going to want to send a Lend-Lease over to the Spanish state, because they are the fascist ones. We want them to win. So, send a Lend-Lease of guns. We'll do about 200 monthly. We're going to go ahead and do 50 trucks and about 100 support equipment. So that way they can start having some German machinery. We're also going to want to get... Where is it? We're going to want to get Weapons 2 by the start of the war. Because I had Weapons 1 when I played a different series. It was terrible. So we're training up. Who needs it? Probably Poland. I would have to guess. I'm going to want to have a decent amount of troops over here, though. But Poland needs it before anyone else. We do have our troops over in the Rhineland now. You can see that it's no longer demilitarized, and I can put units here now, which is amazing. We also get the opportunities to have the civilian factories over here. Really helps out with our production. Germany's kind of an easy... It's like a good country to start playing as. I started this game playing as Germany. It was really easy. But then again, I was on recruit. I want to get over here. I can't even say it, but it's going to give us maximum infrastructure in Brandenburg, Hanover. I'm not going to try to say that, and Franken. So it gives us max infrastructure in those places. So that way we can move through them very quickly. Basic machine tools could get... I think we're going to twin it. We're going to get improved machine tools, so that way we're going to be better off. And then we're going to get dispersed industry, so that way if we get bombed, the vulnerability of getting hit with those bombs is, I think it's 10%, which is amazing. Are they winning over here? I don't think they are. They've lost a few areas, but they're trying to grab a few cities, because I know they started off with this like little pocket and they kind of consolidated that. They're going to win, I think, over here because it's completely surrounded. They're trying to push through here. They need to stop that. Ooh. They might be losing. Do I need to send men? I don't want to send men. I really don't. I'll have to wait until some troops get trained. Because I'm not sending any of my troops right now. I don't want to do that. I could send... Let's see. Send volunteers. 9 divisions have no army. God. Can only send 2 divisions. Is that really going to make a difference? I mean, it will, but not that much. I would rather have it for us, so that way, when we attack the Soviet Union, we can attack Spain too, and they'll end up joining the Comintern, but I can take their lands if they lose. If they don't lose, goody. So we need that. I love the music they put in Hearts of Iron 4. It just makes you feel like you're really controlling that country then. It's awesome. French Republic. I don't know how I'm going to be able to destroy them. I mean, I do. I'm going to have to go through the Netherlands and Belgium. It's going to be simple. But if we attack here, we're going to just lose men. We're not even going to be able to break through. There's really no way you can break through that, but we're going to need to build up an air force so that way we have air superiority in the area. There's actually a really funny way that you can win the war by like mid-1940. If you train up like, I think it's 6 or 7 paratroopers and then build up some transport planes, if you get air superiority over here, you can launch an air invasion into London and then just start taking over England. It's so simple. So simple. It's great. Ooh, construction 1 is done. Nice. We're gonna need to... Yeah, let's push directly to construction 2. We're gonna want to do that. I don't want more soldiers over here. We're gonna have to defend it. Recruit and deploy. See, infantry chugs out. I mean, they just go. Which is great. Soon, I want to do Anschluss, which will give us... What Anschluss will do is they'll give us all of Austria just by doing a national focus. The next thing I'm going to want to do is the captain of industry. It gives civilian factory construction speed up 10%, infrastructure up 10%, and refineries up 10%, which is going to be awesome. Like up as in like building speed up 10%. The West Wall, what the West Wall is going to do is it's going to give us 12 land forts around the French border, which ultimately, instead of having these as 0s out of 10, it's going to put it as 3 out of 10. So, accurately, the French can't come and attack me, but we can't go and attack them. It's going to be kind of like a border struggle. So that way we can hold off with just these little bits of divisions, which is going to be good. But they still have, the overwhelming... What is it called? Advantage. Because we just 10 level forts, we're just gonna die. The Third Reich. I don't know, I just really love the music in this game. I just really do. Ooh, the Olympic Games. The 11th Olympic Games was recently held in Berlin, Germany. That's when Jesse Owens won a lot of his medals and really pissed off Hitler because he was African American and he did not like that. Hitler was not so happy that an African American won against his Germans. But, oh well. When are you going to attack? You're doing super heavy battleships. You need to attack China soon. And hopefully you win. it really goes off and on. Like, there's one time that Japan overwhelmingly destroyed China. There's another time that China just obliterated them. So it could go either or. I don't know how that's going to happen. I don't know what the AI is going to do, but hopefully they win, because I need them to win. Have I heard this song? I don't think I've ever heard this song. Huh. It's a new song. I also have a flag mod that gets a lot of new flags into the game. Ooh. They're kind of... Ooh. I think they're winning over here. Yes. Go, Spain. Go. Destroy them. On over Berlin. As you can see, we have almost 7.5 million people, but only 159,000 can be recruited, which kind of sucks. Nice, we have more troopers. Very happy about that. Alright, we're going to want to send these guys over to the harbor, and we're going to ship them over here, so that way this part, land right by Danzig, can be held. There was also one time that the Poles gave me Danzig, which was amazing. It was this whole part. They gave me it instead of warring me, which was amazing. I didn't have to start the war until I think it was mid-1940 that I started the war on that one. Which was amazing. This is going to be fun, attacking these frickin' forts. God. But it's okay, I'll take Austria. And I might just take all of Czechoslovakia. I don't think I'm going to split into a Slovakia. I don't know. I'll figure it out. How is fascism going in the United States of America? Ooh, 20%. Dang it, it's only 1936. 15% in the Soviet Union. Nice. I could boost in China too, but they're inevitably going to declare war on each other anyway, so it really doesn't make any sense. So now, if you look, we have forts along our border, but they're only 3s. They're not 10s, like the French. But still level of defense, and it gave us some military factories. Now, if we do industrial efforts, we can get a lot more civilian factories. Awesome. And it gives us one bonus. I think it's 50% down for any construction that we're doing, which is really good. Oh, good. They're there. Go. The good thing is, because I'm not at war yet, I can just ship troops over. So I can have that one little place have 60 divisions in them. But it wouldn't be smart, because if you look at your supplies, you can only hold 29. So come here. We're going to want to create a new army. And I think we're going to put Manstein in here, because he's a really good job. Going to make him all under him. And then we're going to create a border. Hopefully he splits up this 5, because it's really annoying. Then what we're going to have him do is we're going to have him go here. So it's going to be a 2-pronged strike, just pushing forward, not really pushing any other way. We could encircle Warsaw, but I don't know, I don't want to do that. They will end up taking Warsaw. All you have to do is push forward. Next thing, I usually grab the industrial concerns, and I usually get refining, because it gives me 5% off industrial and 10% off synthetic research, which means that I'll get oil a lot quicker. Because Germany, that's the one problem Germany has. That and tungsten, which we can invade Sweden to get. We need tungsten to build our tanks. But Japan might be able to get some tungsten if they actually win in China. If we look at the resources map mode, they have a lot of steel, but a little bit of tungsten too. A lot of tungsten in the southern area. Also, we're going to want to take Singapore. 308 tungsten, 848 rubber, and 32 steel. That is amazing for just a little spot, so we're going to want to take that. Japan, what are you doing? Naval innovations. They're should be soon going to get the Marco Polo incident, which will get tensions between the Chinese and the Japanese very high, and then later, or probably right after that, he's going to do the war with China to just start a war, which then he should automatically declare war. And then we'll watch that as it unfolds, because we're probably not going to declare war until 1939, which kind of sucks. But at the same time, we want to be really well prepared before we start our war. One thing that I do that most people don't is they usually divide Poland in half with the Soviet Union. My rule is if the Soviet Union doesn't help me attack Poland and I take Poland before that, I'm not going to give it to them. I don't care if it destroys our non-aggression pact. I'm not going to give that to them. I'm going to want to get it back. No, I need dispersed industry too. I need it. And then we got computing, which is good. I'm going to want to get this right here, because it gives our research gain efficiency up 10%, which I don't think we have a lot for our own. We have a little bit of oil, but not much anything else. Ooh, we got industrial effort. Yes, that gives us some civilian factories to work with. We're going to want to get industrial effort 2, and then we're going to want to work down the air innovations. If I show you, we're going to want to work through air innovations so that we can get to rocketry, so we can get that extra research slot. Because then that'll give us 5 research slots. Yeah, which is going to be really good. Oh, but we're approaching the end of this session here very, very soon. So sad, that went quick. It's probably because I'm just chugging speed down. But we also have been recording for almost a half hour already. So I'm going to chug until noon of the January the 1st of 1937. Oh, good. All right. Okay, well, we went until the 14th. Whoops. That's going to end this episode of Hearts of Iron for the Third Reich. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. We can also see that the Spanish are winning. Thank goodness. But what we're going to do in the next episode is we're going to get closer and closer to declaring war on Poland, getting a lot more troops on the Netherlands, continue boosting our beautiful fascism in the United States of America. They're already almost at a quarter, which is really good. The Soviets, I think, are, 19%. That's really good. So we'll be able to have a coup stationed here in the Soviet Union, and we'll probably be able to diplomatically get the United States to change to fascism. If we can get them to join the Axis, then Japan can't war them, which is good. And then we'll be able to use their beautiful, beautiful resources. Because they got a lot of oil. A ton of oil and tungsten, which is going to fuel my tanks. Ooh, I can't wait. But that is if we get them to join us before the Japs believe that it's time to attack them. But that'll be the end of this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next episode of Hearts of Iron 4, the Third Reich Let's Play. Thank you for watching.